What's going on, y'all? Long time no see. The final playing game just ended, so I think it's time that I predict the playoffs and show y'all how I feel it's gonna go. Starting off in the West, we have the 4th seeded Lakers and the 5th seeded Rockets. We all know what's happening. Luka's out. AR is out. The Rockets are the best rebounding team in the NBA. LeBron's 41. And with that being said, I got the Lakers in 6. I already know what y'all think. Y'all think that I think that LeBron's going to reincarnate himself in the 2018 LeBron, which I do not think at all. I do think he's going to raise it up a notch. He's going to take it up a level because he is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. You can't doubt the man. I feel like the Lakers are going to take the Rockets in 6. I just don't like the Rockets in this matchup. Next in the West, we got the 6 seeded Timberwolves and the 3 seeded Nuggets. Now, this is one of the most exciting rivalries of the 2020s, without a doubt. 2 legends in the making, just battling back and forth in playoff series, marquee matchups. I mean, that Christmas game was absolutely crazy. I still remember watching that, like, what is going on? But with that being said, I got the Nuggets breezing by the Wolves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say 5, but I'm gonna say 6. I got the Nuggets winning this handily. I just don't see the Timberwolves beating this Nuggets team. I mean, Jokic and Murray are playing at a different level. Jokic seems to be getting better every single year, and it's crazy. Next, we have the 2 seeded Spurs versus the 7 seeded Trailblazers. Now, the Blazers just came off an electrifying play win. Denny Avdija just had a crazy 41 piece with 12 assists, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna take the Spurs in 4. I got the Spurs sweeping the Blazers. I really just don't see this Blazers team competing with this Spurs team in a whole entire series. Nonetheless, even scraping the game out. I got the Spurs in 4. Next, we got the 1st seeded Thunder versus 8th seeded Suns. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say that the Suns are going to get swept or gentlemen swept, which I completely disagree with. I got the Thunder winning the series, don't get me wrong, but I have the Thunder winning in 6 games. And look, this is why. You know, this Thunder team, they're known to drop games they should have won in the playoffs, especially. Last year, they dropped a game to Memphis, who they should have swept. They dropped 3 games to the Nuggets, which is reasonable. They dropped the game to the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves should want more. But you get my point. You get my point here. I'm not saying the Thunder are not going to win the series. I'm just saying they're not going to beat the Suns like a lot of people are going to expect it to. Next, we got the 4th seeded Cavs versus the 5th seeded Raptors. Now, yes, the Raptors went 3-0 versus the Cavs this season, head-to-head. But they didn't play a game after November 24th. The Cavs obviously have a new team. The Raptors more experienced from the last time they played. Overall, I'm taking the Raptors in 7. Hear me out. The Raptors are long as hell. Pause. And they're also physical. They're gritty. I just feel like in a 7-game series, they're going to get the Cavs. They're going to get the best of the Cavs. Now, this is going to be the best series in the first round. I'll put my money on it. If you had to ask me, I'm taking the Knicks. I'm taking them in 6. Hear me out. I feel like Atlanta will still win in Madison Square Garden, and they will get one at home. Other than that, the Knicks got it. And here's why. It's not because Jalen Brunson. It's not because the Hawks just aren't ready. It's because it's a simple fact. Karl-Anthony Towns averages 25 points and 12 rebounds against Onyeka Okongwu on his whole entire career every time he plays. The Hawks are relatively small compared to the Knicks. The Knicks are going to out-rebound the Hawks. Yes, the Hawks have Jalen Johnson. It's just not going to be enough. I'm sorry. Moving on, we got the 2nd seeded Celtics versus the 7th seeded 76ers. We all know how scary the Celtics look, and Joel Embiid is not going to be back the first round. I mean, he had appendicitis surgery. If you know anything about that, he's not coming back first round. It sucks to see such injury luck towards someone so skilled and one of the best at his position all time. Not saying top 5, just saying he's one of the best players at his position all time. Like, it sucks to see that injury luck, but I got the Celtics beating the 76ers in 5. For the final match of the first round, we got the 1st seeded Pistons versus the 8th seeded Magic. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pistons in 5 games here. The Magic is just too entirely inconsistent. Like, they're consistently inconsistent, especially Paolo Banchero. Anyone who knows me knows I love Paolo, but he's so inconsistent. I just don't see him winning a playoff series anytime soon. If he continues to be this inconsistent, that's my favorite word right now when I describe the Magic, because they're inconsistent. You're going to get the Pistons 5. Starting off in the Western Conference, we got the 2nd seeded Spurs versus the 3rd seeded Nuggets. All right, I got the Spurs in 6. Yes, this clash would be legendary between Jokic and Wemby. I mean, we saw what happened like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. That clash was legendary itself. But in a 7-game series, the Spurs' depth is just way too much for the Nuggets in a 7-game series. Jokic and Murray, you know, they're not alone, but they can't do it all against a team that's just that deep. Pause. The next second round matchup.